Hello, and welcome to Millennium News TV 24/7 Daily Global News Update in English. My name is Todd Goldfinger. Here are today's top headlines. Thank you for being with us. News story number 1. The voting precinct could have been any one of hundreds throughout Chicago, except that these voters in the first round of the mayoral election were all wearing the same beige smocks. And the security at the polling place wasn't intended to keep disruptors and campaigners out, but the voters in. When first-time voter Takari Skillon finished studying the list of 9 candidates, looking for those who shared his priorities on jobs and affordable housing, he marked his ballot and then was escorted with other voters back to their cells in the Cook County Jail. Next news. Powerful tornadoes tore through parts of the Deep South on Friday night, killing at least 23 people in Mississippi, obliterating dozens of buildings and leaving an especially devastating mark on a rural town whose mayor declared, "My city is gone." The Mississippi Emergency Management Agency said in a Twitter post that search and rescue teams from local and state agencies were deployed to help victims impacted by the tornadoes. The agency confirmed early Saturday that 23 people had died. 4 were missing and dozens were injured. A few minutes later, the agency warned the casualty toll could go higher, tweeting, in quotes, "Unfortunately, these numbers are expected to change," end quotes. Next news. An explosion at a chocolate factory in Pennsylvania on Friday killed 2 people and left 5 people missing, authorities said. 1 person was pulled from the rubble overnight. Rescue crews using dogs and imaging equipment continued to search through the rubble Saturday, hours after the blast that erupted just before 5 p.m. Friday at the R.M. Palmer Co. plant in the borough of West Reading, about 60 miles, 96 kilometers northwest of Philadelphia. West Reading officials said Saturday they could confirm only 2 fatalities. The Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency had earlier said there were 5 fatalities, citing county emergency management officials. But after an update from the county also indicated that 2 had died and 5 were missing. Next news. A university on the largest Native American reservation in the U.S. launched its accredited doctoral program, becoming the first among more than 30 accredited tribal colleges and universities across the country to offer such a high-level degree. The program at Navajo Technical University will be dedicated to sustaining Dina culture and language. Dina is the Navajo word meaning the people, and is commonly what tribal members call themselves. A celebration is planned on the Crown Point campus in western New Mexico in April, and the school already started accepting applications for the fall semester. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Well, Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7, Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger's show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News, news you need to know.
Hello, and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Daily Global News Update in English. Here's the continuation of today's top stories. Thank you for being with us. Story number 5. The Los Angeles Unified School District and union leaders said Friday they reached a deal on pay raises for bus drivers, custodians, and other support staff after a 3-day strike that shut down the nation's second largest school system. The deal includes a series of retroactive raises going back to 2021, as well as pay bumps this coming July and January that will collectively hike worker pay by about 30%, said Max Arias, executive director of SEIU Local 99. The deal also sets the district's minimum wage at $22.52, providing a one-time $1,000 raise for any worker who was employed in 2020 in appreciation of their work during the COVID-19 pandemic, and creates a $3 million educational and professional development fund for union members. District Superintendent Alberto Carvalho said at a news conference. Next news. News story number 6. Michigan, long known as a mainstay of organized labor, on Friday became the first state in decades to repeal a union restricting law known as Right to Work that was passed over a decade ago by a Republican-controlled legislature. The state's Right to Work law had allowed those in unionized workplaces to opt out of paying union dues and fees. Its repeal is seen as a major victory for organized labor, with union membership reaching an all-time low last year. In quotes, "Today, we are coming together to restore workers' rights, protect Michiganders on the job, and grow Michigan's middle class." End quotes. Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer said in a statement Friday after signing the legislation. Next news. News story number 7. Years ago, skateboarding was branded as a hobby for rebels or stoners in city streets, schoolyards, and back alleys. Those days are long gone. Skateboarding, which has native Hawaiian roots connected to surfing, no longer is on the fringes. It became an Olympic sport in 2020. There are numerous amateur and professional skateboarder competitions in the U.S., and on Friday, the U.S. Postal Service is issuing stamps that laud the sport and what indigenous groups have brought to the skating culture. Dior Greenwood, 27 years old, an artist born and raised on the Navajo Nation in Arizona, whose work is featured on the news stamps, says it's a long way from when she was a kid and people always kicked her out of certain spots just for skating. Next news. News story number 8. Artists, if they have really made a mark, might get a gallery dedicated to their work once they are gone. Gilbert and George don't want to wait that long. The dapper duo, who have been creating beguiling and unsettling art together for over a half century, have poured their own time and money into the Gilbert and George Center, a permanent exhibition and research space devoted to their work. Located just off bustling Brick Lane in London's East End, the building opens to the public April 1st with an exhibition of the big, bold photo assemblies for which the pair has become famous. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.